We're huge fans of Star Wars and
sure you're still there.
have been for decades at this point. It's nice to see something new come out.
Let's go, BD1.
It seems
See
to
something in there?
encapsulate the spirit.
Here's something in there. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, what's that? Something glowing in the wall? What did this used to be?
Try again.
It's difficult, Master.
Yes, the path is difficult. It may seem impossible, but with persistence and the Force as your ally, you will overcome any obstacle. You will master any path. Now, do what you must to reach me. Again. Clumsy. Good. Now, reach my position.
I did it. Persistence and the Force as my ally. Just remembering old tricks.
So now we got wall run.
Think you can show me that shortcut again?
Now we got a glimpse of what some of the Jedi training looks like.
I mean, that's pretty high-tier Jedi training compared to the usual stuff, which is...
I think I've seen that chamber before. Maybe it was in the Clone Wars series. It had something very similar.
I never really finished the Clone Wars series. I'd like to, maybe.
The 3D one?
Yeah. How the heck do I get over to that?
Wait, look to the left. Oh, I see. You have to do multiple wall runs? Yeah, there you go.
Okay, not so bad.
This area was used for meditation by someone familiar with the Jedi Order.
I think for me, I got to the mother-father situation. Or,
the
brother-sister-father.
The brother-sister thing, and that was a little out there.
Yeah, that was a little out there. Like, I know they were trying to do everything they could somewhat to, like, prelude to Anakin going evil and, like, maybe give an explanation for why.
That seems like a little bit of filler.
It was a bit much, yeah.
Having beings or entities that embodied the Force. I mean, they're the wills, but those weren't the wills.
Yeah. And I'd like to watch Star Wars Rebels at some point. We started watching it. The problem was it was, like, awkwardly available, but not really for us.
I had bought the first season.
Whoever owned this bag brought it from Coruscant. They were frustrated with the Jedi Council.
But many of the other seasons were available on Netflix. And I think Netflix will obviously no longer have it, and it will probably go to
Oh, it's absolutely
Disney
on
Plus.
Disney Plus. Well, maybe at some point, or Christmas or whatever, we can just do a Disney Plus day.
Yeah, because Clone Wars had been canceled because of Disney's acquisition of Star Wars. But now they've given it the go-ahead to have another season or so. And then they had made Rebels promptly after the cancellation of Clone Wars.
I hope this does well enough to greenlight, like, one or two more.
One or two more games?
Yeah.
Hmm. It'd been nice to explore different eras in the history of Star Wars, however.
Hey! Did you find something, BD1?
One of my
Valor
favorite
is-
periods will always be the Old Republic, though. Just because of the presence of numerous Jedi and Sith. Because with Bane and the Rule of Two, it severely limited the number of large-scale conflicts you could have between Jedi and Sith, given that there were only ever 2 Sith at a time.
Where am I now? Well, new structure.
People are asking, as someone who's relatively new to Star Wars, where would you suggest I start?
Scanning again?
Well,
My general recommendation would
probably
be
be-
start with episode 4, 5, and 6.
yeah, I mean, those are the originals.
They're standalone. If it turns out that it's not your flavor, then it's very easy to just stop right there.
Right, whereas the prequel series is an explanation as to the Oh, yep.
I don't think that's a crate dragon or anything.
No,
like
it's not
that.
a crate dragon.
Twofer.
Yep, that you did.
It's honestly kind of a cute bugger.
Yeah.
Big, snarfy nose.
Even for people watching it today, the temptation is real to watch it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 and 8. Which
So-
are, but I much prefer, yeah, the traditional way, the old way, the way that most people grew up watching it would be 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and then onwards.
Someone made camp here. They were excited to discover a giant creature that lives close by. A binog, they called it.
Binog, is it that guy
Probably that thing.
up the hill?
Yep. I can only
But-
imagine.
Yeah, and
So-
from there, there's so much content and so many different times.
I would say, based on my experience with things and like how long things are and what is good, what is not, 4, 5, 6 are very good. 1, 2, 3 are good eye candy and honestly do set the stage for quite a lot of interesting things.
It really built upon the world and introduced a lot of alien races.
But I would
And
say, in the grand
characters.
scheme of things, it only kind of explains how 4, 5, and 6 came to be, as opposed to really feeling like,
Can you slice this? Yeah, sorry about your scalp link. But standing up to that bog rat? Pretty brave.
So Shell is not a big fan of 8. I thought
was in
7 was...
7 was passable, but it was just a rehash of 4.
Yeah.
Just cycled in a new cast of characters, killed off a couple.
I need a stem.
Let's see. So my recommendation would be 4, 5, and 6, KOTOR.
Oh yeah, when it comes to games, Knights of the Old Republic is a great way to introduce you to the Old Republic era. And then there's also Tor. I haven't played through it.
Tor's
I
pretty
want to
good, but
play
it's
through it.
very long.
Yeah, any of the BioWare games are going to be long.
Well,
But I actually,
that one is worst among them because it's an MMO. They've seriously leveled it down to the point where you actually don't need to do any of the side content, period. Which is a serious help.
Mm-hmm.
But I would still mildly caution against it unless you're like really, really getting into it.
Yeah, and I would also say too that the most enjoyment that I actually ever got out of Star Wars, outside of the movies and the games, I absolutely loved the graphic novels that came out after the prequels, but
That's too
before
much
all
for
the
a
new
beginner, though.
content. Oh, I know. It's just that I love the graphic novels.
Yeah, the graphic novels and the old
Racy
books.
there? Whoa, it's on.
Yeah.
The sad thing about reading the old books, though, is that all of that information is no longer canon. And granted, it's a lot better than the current new canon in many cases, but
I would recommend it for somebody that's really into Star Wars and wants more of it, even if ultimately, yeah, it is not canon anymore. Canon doesn't mean anything, though.
oh, I know.
Like, if you like something, you can just be like, eh.
And I mean, the thing is, back in the day when they actually had they actually had a whole team dedicated to chronology and the
Good job.
consistency in the lore and such. They used to have that. It was the whole story group. But I think they disbanded that with Disney purchasing the IP.
No, this is not a 24-hour stream. We are probably going to be wrapping up somewhat soon. But Shell and I are playing a game that
That's not
we
moving.
thoroughly are enjoying. And so it's kind of fun to, you know, sit down and play a bunch. Oh, we're on the other side of this door, I think. Yep, we're back here now.
I suppose my major thing about 7 and 8 is that watching that makes me feel like 4, 5, and 6 were for naught.
Yeah, revisionism for the sake of, like, creating more content feels iffy to me.
Because you can't go back and watch those films and look at the characters the same way. It's really
Yeah.
makes
Now
me
that
cry.
you know, now that you know what actually happens to them after the fact, it's just like, man,
Man, that
that
victory
almost-
at the end, it's just
yeah, all
the celebration and yeah.
the Ewoks dancing around and everybody's like,
Oh, hey
yeah.
there.
Oh,
Making a new friend?
Bugling. Yeah, looks like we're gonna need force jump if we want to get most of any of this. Does this go? I don't know. Probably a waste of time to go this direction, but I'm having fun. We...
The interesting thing about this, and just the whole core concept of this story so far, is given the future that we're presented with, is this going to end with the destruction of the main character and anyone that he sought to have join this new order? Or are they going to be lying in wait, perhaps for the destruction of the Empire? The thing is, the character that we just met said that she wanted to act, but maybe that was act in seeking out other Jedi as opposed to just hiding, but the thing is they're going to have to hide in order to survive. Unless they succeed in wiping out the Inquisitors.
I mean, maybe
Because
that's...
one could assume that by the time episode 4 rolls around, the Inquisitors are gone, and it just Vader remains.
I think that's a kind of valid goal. Oh, hey. So let's go up first. I don't know. It is weird to play a game that has a set future. Because you know either this character is doomed, or, like, whatever he does is important and would explain certain things, but also, like... I don't know. I had the same kind of problem with Rogue One. Like, my enthusiasm was slightly tempered by the fact that it's like, well, no matter what, none of these characters matter in the grand scheme of things.
None of them were Bothans!
Also that.
Stim crate. Should be here.
Hey!
Can you carry more?
Oh.
Thanks, BD1.
Looks like a giant speaker.
That does.
Anyway, so max amount of stims increased. It looks like we've cleared that out. So this was worth it. I was a little worried that I was wasting my time backtracking so much, but...
Oh, did you get that memory yet?
No. Well, when in doubt.
Ah, you didn't even
No.
wall climb there.
I don't think I can approach it from there. I don't know. Let's see. You recommend games in the future, but is that looked down upon? My main issue is just time. Like, no matter how much people recommend stuff, it's almost always, like, impossible for me to comply. You can recommend, but the answer is almost always just, like, a sad no.
Oh, there's something... Oh, is it the...
Yeah, it was just a critter. Because, yeah, there's an ungodly amount of video games out there in the world that I have yet to play, and would like to play. I think if I go there... that lets us go back. Last time I went further up. And then down. Let's look at this. Don't get me over there. Remember if there's an easy way up. That's my main worry. Because, yeah, we're up above. No, so I should keep going further up. But now you piqued my curiosity, so feel free to say what game you're going to recommend anyway. These are dodgy little suckers.
Yep, that they are.
Ha! You thought you could catch me unawares this time, did you? You fool. I don't know if I gain any XP from killing stuff in this game. Which I actually kind of appreciate.
Well, because then it encourages you to avoid combat.
We're here. Let's see.
Oh.
There's a whole army of... Oh, there they are. They were trying to go to my last known location, but I keep moving. Oh, it's fine. There's no real reason to...
Oh, so you actually haven't succeeded in opening up the red canisters.
Nope. We need the, remember the thing that BD1 broke?
Yeah.
It's called the Scomp Link. Until we fix up the Scomp Link, we can't. Oh, I thought there was a pop-up saying I could scan that. Oh well. Anyway, let's get this temple done.
Yeah, because if we can get it done, then
what was that?
we'll
Oh, right, he
be
was
able
here.
to see. I don't. You think the droid is what the woman was referring to in regards to the individual that we're supposed to meet, or is that up in there?
It seemed like there was somebody here actually studying stuff, and that most definitely is not BD1. BD1 is a chipper little fellow, but it doesn't strike me that it's particularly...
We're not finished yet. Okay, you probably would have won. Probably.
BD1 does not strike me as much of a botanist, entomologist, or biologist in any variety. What's the sub-study for mammals? Because entomologist is insects.
Scanning again?
Herpetologist is reptile.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Obviously, anthropology is study of human civilization stuff.
Backside of this thing's creepy.
Ooh, wait! Don't tell me that's like a dark side hole, is it?
No, I think it's just dark.
Oh, okay. And see what memories this yields. Ah, it's a door. And that is a hole.
Hold up. This was not here on the other... What?
Amazing.
Shh, look around.
That's cool.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Goes.
You alright, BD?
Oh.
Well done, whoever you are. You have passed the test I left behind. and gained access to the vault and this recording, one of many encrypted logs stored in the droid. I am Master Eno Cordova. I may not know your name, but I know your purpose. The fate of the Jedi Order lies in your hands. This place, this vault, is a sacred temple, built by a vanished civilization known as the Zepho. Meditating here, I was granted a premonition through the Force, a vision of doom. I have placed inside this vault a Jedi holocron, containing a list of the names and locations of young Force sensitives throughout the galaxy. Ahead, you will find the inner chamber of the vault, but also another test. I can only trust this holocron to someone who has followed my path and understands. Seek out the hidden tombs of the three sages and learn to perceive the mysteries of the Force as the Zepho once did. In this droid, you will find everything you need to succeed on this journey. Go to the Zepho homeworld. There, you will find peace in the eye of the storm. Good luck, Jedi. And may the Force be with you.
I guess you were the someone I was supposed to meet. You know, I've been alone for a while now. Without any purpose, just hiding. There's no way to live. Not for a Jedi. Or a droid. Maybe Seer was right. Maybe we're done hiding. Hey, you want to meet some, friends of mine?
The Zepho, that's different. They're definitely different than the Ricotta. Is that a door to the left?
No.
Right? There.
That? No, it doesn't look like it.
No? Okay.
Yeah, it's just a nook. I'm liking the environment so far. I was expecting a boss fight in that room.
Think I found what you wanted me to see.
Sounds like you did. We'll be waiting.
Okay, and I have nothing left behind that I've missed.
So we have to go to 3 temples.
There's a couple of secrets and stuff that I'm missing, but I should come back later when I actually have everything. Oh, this is cool.
Mudslide.
Yeah, why not?
Uh-oh. A big one.
Oh, hardly.
So 3 sages. Their tombs. And from there we have to defeat each one to prove that we have the same drive and the same motivation required to access the holocron. And then from there, we have a list of younglings. Would they be younglings anymore at this point?
No, they'd
It's
probably
been
be
years.
his age. Which
Yeah.
would be a decent little armada. I was wondering where the boss
Some
fight
help
was
here,
going to
Peter
be.
Boy?
Not that that was much of a boss fight. Lunge looks annoying to dodge. It is, because we've got a very short, like, initial dodge. But it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, we're missing a lot of secrets and a lot of associated other things, but that's okay. Oh.
My friend, it appears the Zepho had some interest in Dathomir.
Ooh.
Strange. For such a peaceful culture to have any sort of fascination with a place so dark.
Dathomir! One of my favorite planets.
Well,
It's
we're going there.
home of the Rancors. And of the Force Witches. And their dark counterparts, the Night Sisters.
Should be a lot quicker than the way in.
There we go. Well, I think we'll land and then we'll stop because it's 2 a.m., which is like 3 hours past my bedtime. But I'm gonna want to get episodes out. Tomorrow is a sleeping day.
Wait, do you have to find the locations of the other 2 planets?
Something. I see multiple somethings over there.
People were asking about a green wall. Was there a second planet drawing that you didn't look at? Or is it only red ones?
Going back at this point is possible. Oh.
Yep.
Looks like it's too mucked up. But it's a scan thing.
Faded mural.
Dad didn't even notice that.
Still scannable.
So there's still a bunch of stuff that we've got left to do. But we don't have to, we didn't have to do it now. So maybe while we're starting the stream tomorrow and people file in, you can do that lore reading.
Okay.
That's okay. You gotta help me remember, though, because I'm gonna forget. But yeah, there's good ones over there. You can kind of see the beacons. I don't think I can get back up there. Oh. Huh.
Recognize some of the lay of the land?
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything that I missed that I should really go back for. And the answer is kinda... Oh, I see. That's a beacon for...
The Scomp link.
Well, yeah, that requires the scomp leak. But no, one of those light beams was actually just for the checkpoint there. I'd been wondering about that, because it's like, how much stuff did I miss? But it's also one of those that we can come back whenever we want. And we're kind of encouraged to.
I'll check it out.
Because there's a lot of things, there's a lot of scans, there's a lot of secrets. It actually says as such, if you check the map. So... For example, we're at 4 out of 16 chests and 3 out of 3 out of 6 secrets. And I'm sure I could go, like, looking and probably find 1 or 2 of them. But I am very tired. And...
Let's go reconvene with Seer.
Yep.
Is it Siri?
Yep.
Or Seer? On the ship? Tell her about Dathomir.
Passed the test.
So you knew about BD-1?
Come on board. We'll talk inside.
Oh, BD-1, this is Grease. Hey, Grease.
What is that? Get off my sofa! Get off my sofa! Don't! Get out of there! Get out!
That is BD-1. He's with us.
I don't care who he's with. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get oil stains out of petroleum fabric?
Not really.
Oh, I hope you found something better out there than this droid.
Oh, calm down, Grease. He did. Tell us, Cal.
The vault was built by an ancient civilization called the Zepho. A Jedi named Eno Cordova hid something inside of it.
What did he hide inside?
A holocron from the archives. It contains a list of Force-sensitive children.
The next generation of Jedi. I knew it! Ah, Cordova, you old fool.
You knew him?
Yes, a long time ago. I was his apprentice. Cordova was a loner. That little droid and I are probably the only ones that know about Bogano.
Hold on, wait a minute. A hollow what?
A holocron. It stores information, but only accessible to Jedi. Hang on, I think I have one around here. Use the Force.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen.
With that list of Force sensitives, we could rebuild the Jedi Order and defeat the Empire.
Okay, no problem. Let's get it.
Well, except the holocron is hidden deep inside the vault, and to get it, we have to follow Cordova's path. He mentioned something about the planet Dathomir and a Zepho homeworld.
All right, well, where are we going? I'm just asking because I was thinking of maybe making some food.
Look, before we do anything, I need to know something. How come you're no longer a Jedi?
I had an experience that changed my perspective. So I cut myself off from the Force.
But you still want to rebuild the Order.
I believe that rebuilding the Order is the best chance we have against the Empire. What do you believe?
I believe I can't keep hiding from the Empire, so I don't really have a choice.
Cal, as long as you're alive, you will always have a choice. Are you with us?
We're in.
Dathomir or Zepho, it's your choice.
Ooh, we can choose Dathomir or Zepho?
That's interesting. Or bed.
Hey, Grease, what's this thing?
What? You've never seen a terrarium before?
Sure, but don't they usually have plants in them?
Well, I've been a bit busy hauling you around the galaxy, but you know, you could pay me back with some seeds.
I thought you hated nature.
When it's out there, you betcha. But when it's behind a comfortably thick wall of embarring glass, that's perfection.
All right, I'll see if I can find any.
I find it interesting that they've mentioned the Embarans a couple of times.
This looks like a neat little cantina thing.
I believe they were a bald, very pale-skinned people. Were we going to choose Dathomir or Zepho?
You want Dathomir, don't you?
I mean, Zepho would give us some answers about the ancient civilization.
Yeah, but you want Dathomir.
Yeah, now you're thinking, let's get out of here.
Oh. Actually, it says use the holotape on the Mantis.
Okay.
Seer, can you feel the Force at all?
Yes. But instead of opening up, I push it back down. The exact opposite of what you should do.
Hang on.
Oh.
BD1, keep an eye on Cal for us.
Use holotape.
Let's plot a course.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, so search Zepho for ancient tombs.
But it says use the holotape on the Mantis. Well, they want us to go to Zepho, so I guess we should.
Oh, we can't go to Dathomir?
Probably can. Let's go anyway. Off the beaten tap.
Setting course for Wait a minute. You want to go to Dathomir?
I'm surprised Cordova went there. He must have had good reason.
I am staying put on the Mantis once we arrive. Red sunlight cannot be good for your skin.
This place used to be home to a powerful cabal of Force wielders known as the Night Sisters.
They use the Force? What, like Jedi?
No. These witches served only themselves. Their powers focused on deception, illusion, manipulation.
Huh. Sounds like someone I used to know.
During the Clone Wars, the Night Sisters made a deal with a Sith Lord who betrayed their trust. In the end, they were nearly wiped out in a massacre. Dathomir is a deadly place. We should be careful.
Don't have to tell me twice. Coming up on our creepy destination. Grab some seat, kid.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, there's 4 armrests specifically for him. Maybe.
Makes sense.
Ooh, creepy. Ooh, pretty.
This is not the Dathomir I remember.
Reminds me of Dathomir from some parts of it. Weren't there two halves?
Be careful here. This is a deadly, dangerous place.
Hang on.
The Dathomir I'm used to is a jungle.
Do you know anything about the Night Sisters of Dathomir?
I knew a little. Many Jedi weren't even aware of their existence, but being Cordova's apprentice came with some unique insight. He always thought they were interesting, as he did with most ancient cultures.
And what did you think?
I never came here. I never wanted to. As I recall, that was about the time the two of us began going our separate ways. The darkness always has an effect, one way or another. Later, Cal. Please.
But yeah, I thought this is where the Zabrak
Well, so
brothers had been.
yeah, so it was all retconned. Originally, Zabrak are Iridonians, and they were a species that came from the planet Iridonia. But then when they did the Clone Wars animated series, they had it that particularly the Zabrak that are on Dathomir are the ones with the
Good thing we weren't
tattoos and
standing
such.
there.
And they're a mixture
What is
between
that thing?
the Night
Count on him being
Sisters
friendly.
and Zabrak. Or maybe the Zabrak mixed with humans, because the old lore has the first Witches
is
of
that a
Dathomir
young-
were humans
That looks like young
descended
Rancor.
from Aaliyah. Huh?
That looks like young Rancor.
Does look like a tiny Rancor. I mean,
Let's go, BD1.
those were the preferred mounts.
Flee.
But we're already going past where we said that we would.
I was hoping to find a save point.
But yeah, the matriarch of the Night Sisters, she had Saj and Maul and his brother in her schemes, and yep, they were all wiped out. I believe
BD1.
Dooku maybe even had Grievous as part of the final assault against them. It still makes me wonder, though, where the light side
I'm too
users
tired.
are. The Witches of Dathomir are.
Okay, yeah, definitely young Rancor. Very fast. I am very tired. I just figured this way we'll go back to a checkpoint, whatever it is.
Yeah, we are really tired and hungry.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm less hungry now, but I'm very tired. This is a lot of fun. We'll be playing more of this tomorrow, assuming my hand isn't dead. It's feeling better. It was feeling bad for a little bit, but it's feeling a lot better now.
Yeah, so I'm liking the setting thus far. I'm liking, well, I mean, obviously I like the setting, Star Wars. I'm liking the characters, what they've incorporated with the lore. Unfortunately, it's going to take me a little bit to adapt to some of the new lore because I'm familiar with... You remember the Witches of Dathomir. Do you remember Tenel Ka and stuff from the books? You don't? The Dijon line? Tenel Ka Dijon? There was a whole series of books from post-Return of the Jedi that first featured the Witches of Dathomir. I think that's even where they initiated. Actually, the first instance of a Witch of Dathomir ever being present was in the Ewok movie. It was like a straight-to-VHS Ewok movie where there was this Dathomiri sorceress who was the main antagonist of that movie. I've actually never seen the movie, but it's interesting how much the people have changed. I remember back in the day when I was first, my friends and I would create like little fan fiction characters, OCs, as you would call them. And I remember that one of my characters was a Witch of Dathomir. So that's why I'm really fond of Dathomir. Though, of course, there's a difference between the light side witches and then the Night Sisters, who who are the dark side witches, but I don't know if in the new canon the light side witches even exist anymore, and I'm so upset about that. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what kind of lore is unearthed here. But it looks like this might be a Zepho ruin up ahead. Wander? What are... He wants to go to bed. Alright, good night, guys.